Well, Sheikh Jassim Al Thani yesterday night submitted his world record-breaking bid to the Rain Group to buy Manchester United. Welcome to United Matters channel. How are you guys and where are you watching us from? It was not only Sheikh Jassim Al Thani that really put in his bid, but even Sir Jim Ratcliffe also put in his flexible bid into the all submitted it to what we call the Rain Group down in United States of America. So smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Alejandro Garnacho back in full team training with the lads at Carrington, and guess what? He has really put up what we call a notice that he wants shirt number 7. He's demanding the shirt number 7, having signed a 5-year contract at Old Trafford. So let's wait and see whether that is going to come to pass, and Erik ten Hag will sanction that in the starter of the season. So as it stands, Manchester United is really on the verge of exchanging hands from the Glazers to a new owner. Do you know? To us, we understand that even if they really sell it to Sir Jim Ratcliffe or Sheikh Jassim Al Thani, it would have crossed hands. Amidst the Glazers having Class B shares, that won't really stop it from exchanging hands from them to someone else, meaning that we are into what we call a vital moment, and we've been told that very soon next week we'll be told who is going to be the owner of Manchester United. That's it. Now, yesterday Mike Keegan, a man close to this deal and he can almost touch it, told us that Sheikh Jassim Al Thani's bid is in for just over £5 billion. Sheikh Jassim Al Thani's bid includes plan to inject significant amount of additional capital and infrastructure investment and remove all the debt from Manchester United. It's now upon to the Glazers to decide. That's what Sheikh Jassim Al Thani really did yesterday. And Mike Keegan told us that in a significant and unprompted power play, Sheikh Jassim's offer for Manchester United pledged further amounts of additional capital and a sum that would be spent on either redeveloping Old Trafford or building a new stadium along with transforming Carrington. That is it. So that is Sheikh Jassim Al Thani, and yesterday night he put in his world record-breaking bid. Why are we calling it a world record-breaking bid? Because the most expensive football franchise or sports franchise to be sold was sold at around £3.5 billion. That's it. So £3.5 billion, and Sheikh Jassim Al Thani has really submitted £5 billion plus as his bid to really pursue Manchester United. And it shows you how these Glazers are really so much business minded, and if at all they get this money and walk away with it, they'll be so much beneficial to this sale than the club of Manchester United. We are not downplaying the benefits of really selling the club of Manchester United to Sheikh Jassim Al Thani, because I've read you the additional incomings with the Qataris taking over Manchester United, but the Glazers would have been the biggest beneficiaries. To bring you up to speed, they bought this club on date. They only paid £250 million. The £500 million were borrowed from a bank in America. Is it called the PLC and Rain Group? So it shows you how they bought the club on date. They continue to get dividends every quarter of a year. Then they are going to really walk away with close to £5 billion, without clearing the debt of Manchester United that you are seated in, that is close to £1 billion. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? So it shows you that the Glazers are smart business-wise. Some people might call it a fraud, but to me I don't call it a fraud, because they've used their brains to really get this. And that's why you see to it that even Ed Woodward, who masterminded the deal of Glazers taking over Manchester United, will earn close to £151 million if at all Sheikh Jassim Al Thani buys the club at $5 billion, because he'll be really getting in some kickback, because he also has some shares into this club of Manchester United. So it shows you how huge all the people involved into the purchase of Manchester United in 2005 are going to benefit from this huge sale of the Qataris. But I think the Qataris are really left with nothing to do. You know, if you want to put yourself into the world market again after hosting a successful World Cup, what do? I think you just have to take on an enterprise like Manchester United. Why? It's one of the most famous clubs in the world. We all know that. Not so? That's no doubt. And they've gone ahead to really start performing very well under Erik ten Hag. And a lot of hopes are there if at all the team finds itself in a position of really being backed and obviously improving facilities at Carrington. So Sheikh Jassim Al Thani and the Qataris are really seeing this as an opportunity to really extend their name after the World Cup. So he has nothing to do, and I think he has to dance to the tunes of the Glazers, because the Glazers look like they are playing their cards as they hide them on their chest. You know, that of Sir Jim Ratcliffe coming in through and obviously wanting to offer them 20% shares and buying 50%. It shows you how huge these Glazers are, really so much business minded and smart, and they're really having good business people that are really feeding them in as far as this takeover is concerned, and they calculated or evaluated this very well. Then, in a significant and unprompted power, that's not it. Let's go here. If successful financial financial sources have suggested the Qataris would need at least a month to complete buyout of the Glazers, 69% shareholding, but 6 weeks or more to acquire the 31% stake held by an assortment of other investors. And amongst other investors, I think that is where Ed Woodward is, and I think he's also going to benefit. So it shows you that 1 month, if at all it's successful, he'll take 1 month to take over and get the Glazers out of the club. Now there is that 31% that we don't know who owns it and who owns it at the club of Manchester United. That will be really sorted in the next 6 weeks. But it shows you that the yardstick being set by Sheikh Jassim Al Thani to buy the Glazer at around £5 billion, we'll see him get 100% ownership of the club of Manchester United, you know, for close to £8 billion, because 30% is almost half, 69%. So if you've paid £5 billion for 70% shares, then you should pay 2.5, you know, for that. And I think it's really weird that a club like Manchester United is going for that amount of money. And I think let's not slate the Glazers, but let's praise their business mind, because if at all they earn that amount of money, 5, they would have gone ahead to set the platform for the others to really get in more than that. So as it stands for me, I really believe that it's the Glazers that really found themselves in a position of really acting smart. And them acting smart, they've seen themselves thrive and obviously getting that amount of money. We hate them at the club of Manchester United, but even there are some bad things you can learn from your enemy, and that is the business aspect that they really drew when they are taking over Manchester United to this level, that they even have what we call Class B shares, that their shares are almost times 10 the shares of those, their powers are almost times 10 those that are really having the same shares with them in the club. So that shows that they are the majority shareholder. Even if they're not the majority shareholders, they can be pivotal in the decisions that the club is supposed to make. So these people came in here not focusing at the club of Manchester United, but to milk and really make money. And obviously, we're going to make money. They've taken out close to £2 billion for the last 18 years, and now they're going to walk away with £5 billion or £6 billion if at all Sheikh Jassim Al Thani's bid is accepted by the Glazers and given a green light. Now, it was not only Sheikh Jassim Al Thani that put in his bid, even Sir Jim Ratcliffe went ahead to put in his bid, and this is how it was told to us by Jacobs Ben, that Sir Jim Ratcliffe, Manchester United bid is more flexible than Sheikh Jassim Al Thani terms, but he still wants control, meaning that Joel Glazer stay will not do with Class B voting power. So, as it stands, Sheikh Jassim Al Thani went ahead to submit his bid yesterday night, and it's so flexible that it can really keep the Glazers around, but he wants full control of the club, and he doesn't want them to be having a say in what we call the control of the club. So he wants to have a very huge say in the club. This plays in our favor that maybe Sir Jim Ratcliffe might find himself not into good terms with the Glazers as far as United is concerned, because I was so much worried for the previous 2 days after I heard that he wants to take 50% of Manchester United and really leave the 20% shares to the Glazers, and those 20% shares just mean a lot. And if at all a family member sells them, to a non-family member, they are not Class B shares. So it shows you how these people are really so much interested into this club. So as it stands, United is onto the verge of really exchanging hands and ownership, but let's wait and see how that is going to pan out and really be brought into the mix onto this channel known as the United Matters channel. Now, after that talk of the Glazers, Sheikh Jassim Al Thani, and Sir Jim Ratcliffe, let's talk a little bit of the players at Manchester United. Happiness is surrounding, all bubbling around Carrington, because this man is back in full team training. That is Alejandro Garnacho. Alejandro Garnacho is back in full team training, as you see him there. He's training with the first team of Manchester United, and obviously he's really looking happy after signing a new contract at Manchester United. That's Alejandro Garnacho taking part into the United training session yesterday, and today he also have to train to see whether he'll make it to the squad that's going to play against Aston Villa tomorrow. So I won't be surprised if at all he's part of the squad that Erik ten Hag has gone ahead to really make to play for a team known as Manchester United against Aston Villa. But the biggest story for me is this. Check. This is the Twitter handle of Alejandro Garnacho. He's having 490,000 followers, and there is a United fan known as UTD Kenny said give Garnacho the 7 shirt. All give Garnacho shirt number 7. And after that, Garnacho went ahead to retweet it and really put it on his timeline, and it looked like he's demanding for the shirt number 7. Now, it's going to be so much opinion collecting and division, because people are really having different alternatives or objectives onto this. Why? I remember David Beckham putting on the shirt 7 of United, when he was young. Cristiano Ronaldo came on and really put it on at the age of 18, and Garnacho is 18 and is soon making 19. So it shows you that Alejandro Garnacho might find himself in a position of really getting to where he's supposed to be at the club of Manchester United because of the way he's really doing his work. And to me, I think the only hindrance is going to be the player we are going to sign as a centre forward. If at all we're not going for Harry Kane, then it will be very easy for Garnacho to get that shirt number 7. That's it. If you are going in for Harry Kane, I think they're going to give it to Harry Kane because he's English. He's like a world-class player, and they believe that he can really weather the storm of that shirt number 7. But to me, I think Garnacho can put it on and obviously thrive, because Ronaldo came on through, put it on and thrived. And I think it looks like lots of players who come in when they're young at Manchester United are the ones that really give that shirt value. Cavani came in, gave value to the shirt number. Ronaldo came in, gave value to the shirt number. And as it stands, we can't wait to see how everything's going to pan out in the club of Manchester United as far as this is concerned. And we're here to wait and see whether that shirt number is going to be given to Garnacho in the summer, because that's when the new jersey is going to be out. The shirt numbers are going to be distributed evenly. So that's it for now. So guys, your thoughts on Sheikh Jassim Al Thani submitting a wild bid for Manchester United are really welcome in the comment section below. And I'm calling in for your thoughts of whether Garnacho should be given the shirt number 7 of United or not, because Ronaldo left it and it's back onto the hangers, and obviously we don't want it to be on the hangers even next season. We want it to be donned by a player of Manchester United. So thank you guys for watching through. I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. Bye bye.